歡迎收睇美國專訊。加州一間環境技術公司正在研發監測污染物嘅技術。咁下邊嘅記者費多嘅報導。
What I realized, I think, growing up in a family of entrepreneurs, sort of measure what you manage was a mantra in business. And yet, when it comes to climate change, we're actually missing the measurement infrastructure to understand where emissions are coming from and who they're impacting. So we set out to solve that. We now know that we have a climate crisis and that emissions have added up to global levels that are historic and unsustainable. But all of those emissions come from local sources. And so we have to understand them at the local level in order to be able to take action to address them. And so hyperlocal monitoring enables us to understand where those pollution hotspots are and enables us to take really targeted action to address those sources of emissions and to protect communities and protect public health at that local level.
Our mobile sensor network is fascinating in that it involves a lot of different aspects of science and technology, all the way from how we design the device, which incorporates a number of sort of the less expensive small-scale sensors that really allow us to shrink big research equipment down to a small scale that you can use in cars, to how do we design that device and how do we operate the device so we can get the kind of data and data quality we need, all the way to then how do you sample within a car while the car is moving, and then where do you send the cars to make sure that you're getting what we call a representative sample on any particular road or street or part of town.
One of the things that we've done over the course of the years is partnered really deeply with environmental justice organizations and advocates. And Ms. Margaret is one of the nation's leading advocates. And several years ago, we teamed up with her to do a groundbreaking study that for the first time proved that air pollution is hyperlocal, that it can vary from one block to the next by up to 800%. And the data that we generated with her and with other academics in West Oakland was really groundbreaking. It was the first time that had ever happened. Is all the new equipment with you, or?
Yes,
yeah,
I'm the guinea pig.
You are the guinea pig. I think we have the opportunity to bring radical transparency on a problem that has never really been seen at this scale before. We're literally making the invisible visible. Doing that, I think, there's an opportunity to really quickly change the game on climate, on air pollution, and to finally fix these problems that are impacting so many millions of people around the world.
美國西部不斷惡化嘅旱災咧，導致南加州對用水作出新嘅限制。咁下邊嘅記者多洛嘅報導。
Yeah, and recycled water use doesn't have the same.
呢啲綠色草坪係加州好多社區嘅標誌。但係多年嘅乾旱使到洛杉磯縣嘅大部分地區將呢啲草坪嘅灑水限制喺每個禮拜2次。呢度係拉斯維根斯市政水務區，由於當地並冇地下水，居民每個禮拜只能夠打開一次灑水器。該區嘅公共事務助理克拉克話，由於該地區70%以上嘅用水都喺室外使用，所以需要進行配給。
Any customers whose addresses end in an even number, their designated day to water is on Tuesdays. And then all of our customers whose homes end in an odd number or addresses, their designated day to water is on Thursdays. And so for each day, they get 8 minutes per day per station.
水區工作人員通過監控邊個喺幾時灑水去執行規則，違規者首先受到警告，然後佢哋要支付罰款。如果違規行為繼續存在，佢哋嘅供應量將會減少到每分鐘1加侖。水務區客戶服務代表吉爾默開發咗限流器。
Your kitchen sink won't really notice the difference when the restrictor's in. Your shower might notice the difference. Your shower is typically 2.5 gallons a minute, so the shower's a little less, but you can still shower, you can still cook. Appliances might take longer to fill. Say your washing machine or your toilets will take longer to fill, but they still work. So indoor living is manageable with this. Outdoor, this small hole will not give you enough flow to be able to kick on your irrigation systems.
有啲人正在搬離戶外灑水系統。拉利維亞1年前買咗佢嘅第一棟房屋，佢嘅願景係拆除現有嘅綠色草坪，並且創造自己嘅空間。裏面種滿野花同本土嘅內菌植物。
I did an enormous amount of research on where I could find plants that would thrive in Los Angeles County without much water. I went to the Theodore Payne Native Plant Foundation They have a nursery and they have classes. I took a class there to understand how to water native plants, and I just spent a lot of time looking at the plants there.
拉利維埃使用加州草皮更換回扣去支付建造新嘅抗旱花園費用。由於呢度嘅灑水限制並冇盡頭，部分決心保持綠色草坪嘅人睇到佢哋變黃啦。記者多洛洛杉磯報導。
多謝收睇美國專訊，下次節目時間再見。